Does melatonin really help you fall asleep? Hey, right now, if you're having trouble falling asleep, maintaining sleep, or you just don't have enough energy during the daytime as much as you want, I want to share with you the truth about how melatonin affects your sleep and your ability to maintain sleep throughout the night. So, you can think of melatonin as the key to slumberland. Turning turning the ignition key on your car is what helps you go to a certain place. Likewise, um, let's go out of the metaphor for a moment. What is melatonin first? Melatonin is a hormone that gets released from your brain into your bloodstream. And what it helps is it is a precondition of other biological processes to help you fall asleep. Again, it's like turning the ignition key of the car that drives all the way to slumberland, but it is not the fuel. Meaning on its own, just turning the ignition key will not drive you to slumberland. Other things are needed. What is needed specifically? Well, one of the other things that need to happen, core body temperature needs to drop down. Cortisol levels, which are an alertness signal, need to be lower as well, and adenosine levels need to be higher. Now, when it comes to adenosine, out of all of these factors that I just mentioned, which is the biggest one, it's adenosine. Adenosine is the fuel that drives the car to slumberland, that drives you to slumberland throughout the night time. And the great thing about adenosine, it naturally builds up in your brain throughout the day. All you need to do to get adenosine, you just need to be awake. The longer you are awake, the more adenosine gets in your brain and helps you drive yourself to slumberland. But you still need to turn the ignition key on. The car will not drive itself. Adenosine alone is not sufficient. You still need to turn the key on. And here's the problem when it comes to melatonin. And I'm gonna leave this key down for a moment. Melatonin, besides the engine key, is also called the Dracula of all hormones. Why is it called the Dracula of all hormones? It is called that way because it only comes out when it is dark. When it is light, it does not come out as Dracula hormone. And unless you are living in a cave, chances are you are exposed to light in all kinds of ways. There's light from your devices, from your phone, from your laptop, computer, it could be from your TV, it could be even from light bulbs, and even from outside, from freaking street lights. Every single light source acts to suppress the release of melatonin, and likewise the start of the car engine. So, what do? What's the solution? The solution comes down to 3 words: light, exposure, limitation. The more you can limit your exposure to light after around 9 p.m., which is when melatonin starts to release from the brain into the bloodstream, the more you can limit your exposure to light, the easier it's gonna be to start the engine of sleep. And that's the great thing about melatonin. You are in full control when you decide to turn that engine key on and drive yourself to slumberland. You are in power and control, and having that clarity, having that knowledge, I think is freaking fantastic. So now I'm gonna wish you to give it all today with whatever goals you have, with whatever things you want to achieve. Give all the blood, sweat, and tears that your goals demand. And I wish you to go freaking spend at night when you put your head on the pillow at night. I want you to go there with the satisfaction that comes only after a full day, a good day of productiveness. So now I'm gonna go out. Speaking of melatonin, I'm gonna go out and get myself charged up on some melatonin. So I'm gonna wish you to sleep. No, to work. Work, baby, work like a warrior and then sleep like a champ.